What's up guys, MMAGAME here, bringing you another video. This video I'm going to be letting you guys know a little thing I figured out in the demo for EA Sports UFC. And you may have already figured this out, but I'm just making this video for some people who may not have the demo yet or have not really figured this aspect out. And what this thing is it is actually has to do with the submissions. And if you guys remember a while back, they were saying that you're able to like bait people with submissions and stuff like that. So I was trying to figure out what they really meant by that, and I think I have figured it out. Basically what it is, as I will show this clip of Jon Jones going for the guillotine, if you go for the submission and your opponent gets out in the earlier stages within the percent, like if they get right out of it really quick, what happens is basically the position doesn't change at all. It just basically reverts right back to the same position where you started the submission. But if you let them get further in the stages and then they break out of the submission at a later stage where it's maybe at like 80%, 50, 60%, what happens is actually the person defending gets in a advantage position. They get a better position. So basically what you can do if you're defending is you can purposely let the person attacking get to a higher stage and then get out later in order to put yourself in a way better position. And some of the submissions, as I'll show in this video, actually give you some very, very good positions. But first off, we'll just go with this guillotine right here. As you can see, Jon Jones puts him in the guillotine, and I go ahead and let him out right off the bat here. As you can see, the bar on the side is just 0%, so he gets right out, and what happens is it keeps him in the exact same position right there. As you can see in this one, I go for it again, but the only difference is in this one I actually let him get to a higher stage. Well, I'm actually Jon Jones, but I'm going to let him out at a certain point. So right there it's at about 80%, and this is right about where I'm going to let him out. So as you saw before, when it was at like 0 or 1 to 5% and he got out, it just went back to the same position. But if you wait and he gets out at a later position, he then goes into half guard top. So that submission doesn't give you a huge advantage, but as you can see, I do test it with a few other submissions right here. This one I'm going to be testing the Kimura. So I go for the Kimura right here, and he goes ahead and he's going to get out right at the beginning, 0%, and it will just go right back into side control. And then I'll run it back and do the same submission, Kimura, and I'm going to go ahead and get closer to the actual submission. As you can see on the right hand side, the percent is going up. That's how close you are to 100% is the actual submission, which is the end of the fight. But right here it's at 63%, and he is just about to get out right now. So before at 5%, it went right back to side control. So we will see right now where it goes. At 63, look at that. He goes over and pulls him over into postured up guard top. So that's a pretty good one right there. This is actually one of the better ones right here as well. Rear naked choke, Gustafsson versus Gustafsson. As you can see, I let it get up to about 40, 50, 60%. It's around 60% completed right here is when I'm about to get out of the submission. And look at this. Turns over into guard and then goes into mount top. So that is a very, very interesting thing. So to recap that one, the rear naked choke, if you get out of that at a late stage, you actually will get full mount for doing that. So that's a submission where it is actually worth kind of baiting your opponent and letting him get further in it. So I thought that was really cool. Let me know what you guys think of this, if you guys already found this out. Also, if you know any other submissions that have really good counters when you get out at a later stage. I know there's a few other that give you mount as well. Basically, it's a lot riskier to put your opponent in a rear naked choke than it is maybe a guillotine choke, because the worst thing that can happen with a guillotine is that they just get into half guard top. So, and you never know, maybe you become really good at a certain position and then you purposely want to get put in that position. Like maybe there's some people who are really good at half guard and purposely want to go ahead and let their opponent out of the guillotine at that certain time. But that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It just shows that there's a lot to this game yet that we do not know and don't really fully understand yet. So the submissions are really cool. I really like the fact that you can do this. And I actually found this out while I was streaming live on twitch.tv. So the link for that will be in the description. I pretty much stream every day up until the release of the game, where I'll be streaming the career and online fights. So head on over there. Also, follow me on Twitter. Until next time, this has been MMAGAME. Peace out.